कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. Where do I begin? Because there's lots to talk about here. Behind me is a poster made by some sort of narcissistic person who put pictures of himself up. I hope you can see it. I don't know how to do like a zoom close on it, but my beautiful Miss India Rishi, who carries all these things in the background in our shows. There it is. That's a whole, it's a montage, I suppose, a collage would be a better word.
Yes.
Made by Sagar Makwana, who's on our show today. He's an author. He's a startup entrepreneurial superstar.
Yes.
He's worth, I mean, I can't even tell you the kind of money this guy
Not
has.
richer than you.
Oh, he bought me on Monday and sold me on Tuesday. He's got homes in Andheri, in all across the suburbs, western and eastern.
Yes, everywhere.
Kandivali, he's of Gujarati descent. So Kandivali, he's got to have 8 cousins, kam se kam. And he's king of Chennai.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's a Chennai
Sagar,
boy.
are you subscribed to Club Cyrus's? 190 rupees per month.
Very expensive.
Oh man, see.
But he's willing to go, let's be honest, he's willing to go up to 100 rupees. In the 19, he wants us to...
See,
somebody
I'm a Gujarati. I believe in value for money.
Correct.
Oh.
That first word being the problem.
So you mean to say we should charge more?
No,
like
we should-
Cyrus is worth more.
No, we have to remove the value issue. Because value is something we can't come up with. So we have to figure out some other reason.
Right.
Yeah. But in the meantime, he's made this. Let's ask him why. Because I mean, why should I take the blame? Sagar ji, why did you make this lovely collage?
Actually, for our audio listeners, we should say
Why?
it's a huge poster.
there are
of
no audio listeners.
one
left.
big Cyrus.
There is one
in
audio
the middle.
listener in Uttarakhand who can't get Wi-Fi and listens to the show on a transistor.
One huge Cyrus picture surrounded by what seems to be like hundreds of other Cyrus pictures.
Yeah.
So
No,
go
Some
ahead.
would say it's like a Ravan like montage. Right?
No, I'm thinking, why are you making me saying nice things about you as soon as we start?
That's true. That's true. You'll drop it in after 3 insults with a nice thing is the way to go. That's our style.
Anu just gave us 179 rupees.
Yeah.
Thank
Who
you.
gave?
Anu
वो
V.
I think मेरा subscription
Anu
का
is a-
पैसा है वो.
Anu
मेरा
is already-
subscription का पैसा है वो.
Oh, she's paid for you because she's already
Exactly.
a subscriber.
See?
Yeah, but this is like a
Thanks, Anu.
super chat.
Bro, what is this 179? You're getting a bribe?
No, that this super chat you can pay as much as you want.
What? This is not simple economics for me.
So
119 is the price. Why do I pay
119 is
179?
the price for the Club Cyrus.
Non-PEM members can also.
Should you explain this to the host?
This is what do you call Shagun.
Shagun! Oh my god. I got my own Shagun.
Samir
I was gonna say लोग पैसा फेंक रहे हैं मेरे पे, but ठीक है.
Samir Kolpekor is saying, will he subscribe if he can claim it as business expense? Oh.
Of course he can.
मेरा
course.
खुद का business है. I can claim anything
Of
as
course.
business expense.
But in any case, who's going to send point fingers? How you can explain
Huh?
how it's helped your business? By the way, you're an author, so it will help your business.
Oh, sometimes
What
it
not to
does.
say in your book, for example.
There's a lot of things I can't say in my book, by the way.
Huh.
Yes.
But let's quickly start with that before we go into, we riff on anything and then, suddenly we forget what we're doing. So Sagar got in touch with us through Kainaz, who was on our show, who's an author. And
Kainaz
they
Jaswala.
were boyfriend-girlfriend back in the
Juice
day.
wala.
Juicewala.
really?
Juicewala is the character.
So we're starting
Okay.
with the.
Actually, even in the Parsis, we haven't gone that low.
She spoke about a character in the book who's been a.
Oh, Kainaz is in the chat. Cyrus,
Oh.
are you missing me? Of course. Chai with Kai, by the way. Huh?
But she spoke about a character in the book who's been a long time friend, but
Yeah.
nothing could ever happen. Is that
Yeah.
you?
When you had hair.
Kainas, please answer that question. I don't want to. No, that wasn't me. Please, no.
Abbas, don't make him feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Already
fine.
he's a heterosexual man who's brought a picture of a middle-aged man with 10,000 faces.
Not
on
a
board.
picture.
Different
Many pictures.
Yeah. Well, it is a picture, which is many pictures. I feel suddenly like a member of parliament, or at least a member of Vidhan Sabha. Because I'm carrying my own posters and walking around. I mean, how low is
Yeah,
that?
I thought I'll give this gift later. Rather than पहला भी दे मेरे को यहाँ पे साइड में रखेगा मैं.
And Sagar, you'd think the person who'd give you this kind of gift would be like really young, maybe.
This is who your audience is. Just so you know.
You're amongst the younger strata, as far as Abbas tells me.
नहीं,
Yeah.
And Sparsh, the 23-year-old. 23 हो गया ना?
Only 23.
23. Only
क्या तो
23-year-old.
2 साल से
The
23
bastard has the
पढ़ाई
guts.
नहीं हो रहा है.
Look at what he's saying. Go say it loud.
I'm the only 23-year-old listening to the show.
Does the word
And-
mother should come to mind?
That's because he has to.
So there you have it. The formula to success.
Yeah.
They have to. We have to figure out how they have to. We have to join the government on this one. We can't do this alone. Yeah, that's we have to. Way. Sagar, your book. Otherwise, we'll keep going into tangents.
Can I just say though, the book title is "Be You." Now,
now. Now.
Exclamation
बाद में
mark.
नहीं, now.
He's got a point because it's huge font here.
Yeah.
I hope you can read it. So "bu" now is like it's a scream.
Yes.
BU full stop. No.
Now.
Exclamation mark.
Yeah. So what,
मैंने
what's
बोला मेरे पब्लिशर को यहाँ 2-3 डॉट डाल दे, तो लोग पॉज करेंगे.
Right.
बोला नहीं मजा नहीं आएगा,
हाँ.
now करना है.
Right.
We'll keep it that way.
Okay, so let's get into the whole thing. It's a pornographic murder mystery. No, it's not. It's a self-help book, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So, Sagar, give us a little background about yourself, no? Why would you, from a business family back in Chennai, be writing self-help books to help the young Indian male?
I've gone through the shit.
Okay.
I mean, no, I'm serious. I felt I was
This
not.
better be
able
now a life-altering story coming up because Abbas is so cynical.
Yeah,
He
this
looks
is-
very
this is the part
prosperous.
where we
How
just-
much did he suffer? 2 days ago, no coffee with sugar.
आज सुबह ऑटो नहीं मिल रही थी.
There you go. You're in the right place for these
कैब वाला
problems.
denied me.
Yeah.
कैसे
He
how
must-
do I live with the trauma
He
यार?
because you mentioned IBM.
they बोला Cyrus नहीं भेजेगा तेरे को मैं.
Fellow cabbie, you know. Abbas.
Yeah.
Bro, bolo na.
So to be very frank, because I was from the business background and people talk about matriarchy, this is patriarchy, where something was posed upon me. कि ये करना है करके. And I realized I didn't want to do it. So that's when I started like relooking at things, how I could change it. And this book is literally a path from there, a tangent from there, where I felt that I want people to do what they want to do. Not everyone is like Cyrus, no? कि मतलब बचपन से
Mine
ही
is by
comedy पे-
default, boss.
हाँ, वही बोल रहा हूँ.
I didn't complete the LLB, no.
हाँ, you're very lucky that way, no? Not
I think
everyone is.
My dad's last words to me were like LLB. He's still trying. Poor guy. I was like, Dad, now let it go. Yaar. He was still the middle class, insecurity ki beta kya ban jayega. He was a little worried. Yeah. So, but can we ask the slightly mean question then? So, was there like a riff in the family? You wanted to get away from it, or is this a personal thing where
No.
you just didn't want Zabardasti to be doing this?
No, so I just wanted to do something that I wanted to do. That's pretty much it. And my father was, I mean, may he rest in peace, but he was okay with me doing other stuff. But he was also very clear that you have to run the
As
business
long as you
well.
run the business.
As long as you run the
Yeah.
business, which was not okay with me.
Because it's not possible.
And I do see people suffering out there who are maybe just stuck because that's what they've been told. कि यही
Yeah.
करना है करके.
Yeah.
So I
That's
thought,
what we tell our analysts to come on this show. Analysts or panelists? We should say panelists. Take out that analyst sounds wrong. Yeah.
What do you tell them to
Hey,
follow
your
the
battery is
passion?
running low. What have you done, boys?
No,
Okay.
your battery is running. Cyrus.
My battery never runs low. It's the computer.
he's charged up because of the poster, man.
No, but can I ask at what age did you like finally make the pivot to be like?
And can you give us a Hindi movie background moment, with the Veena playing and all that? Let us feel something.
Because LLB dropout, BDS dropout.
Yeah. Yeah. We are failures.
Yeah.
Two failures. In the eyes of our own family, we'll always be failures.
You are
in a
winners
sense.
for me, boss.
But you're not in the family. In the family, there's always that fear that boss.
Only people who completed their course in this room are Sparsh and Rishi.
And
Just earlier we were talking about Spurs not finishing something, right?
no,
Oh,
his
really?
Sparsh is now on Spotify. So he's
That
just
was his
on
girlfriend.
his way up.
But no.
Oh, the comedian roared like a lion there. Little
Sorry, Spurs.
showing off about पर someone is showing off about his own sexual prowess. तेरे को नहीं होता है completion. मेरे साथ अगर बैठ गया लड़की तो
नहीं, Sparsh was like मैं दिल्ली का हूँ. Girlfriend is me.
It's not called girlfriend in Delhi, no.
What is it called?
It's just called girl.
Okay.
Sagar,
Yeah,
back.
this is time to pivot back to
Okay,
Sagar.
quick segue back to you.
So 28 is when I actually
okay.
pivoted,
Hmm.
and it's been 5 years, and I feel more peaceful now. I feel I am enjoying doing what I'm doing now.
And you didn't do the business.
No, that's still going on.
But other
पैसा
people
भी
are
चाहिए
running.
ना.
Oh, so then you
No,
stuck by what your
yeah,
dad
that's what.
wanted.
So is it a dual thing or not?
It is a dual thing,
Okay.
but the way I look at it is that I want to slowly move towards that place where I can just, like I said, not everyone is as lucky as you, where सब कुछ चल रहा है ऐसे ही करके.
1 minute. Beta has equity in the business, one
Yeah.
way or the other.
Yeah.
And then he wants to become an artist on the side,
Yeah.
which is fine,
Yeah.
but he'll still have that running, which makes it a lot easier, na, boss? If
Mm.
I send you every month so much money is coming from your running business,
Yeah.
and then pointing fingers at me. Yeah. Sadly, we don't have any business. We had Phoenix Mills, Dawn Mills, all owned by my family. You can check. Search
Really?
Shapoorji Brocha. Yeah.
Oh.
He founded the stock exchange.
This is interesting. I was
Go
putting
back.
something on maps.
Yeah.
I thought comedy school by Cyrus ऐसा कुछ है क्या तुम्हारा?
I don't know. A lot of people have come up with these things and we've signed up, but I can't even remember. So obviously not too many classes have happened, but it's possible.
Comedy
I
school.
just can't remember.
No, there was something called as comedy school by Cyrus, bro.
Yeah,
Chad.
yeah.
Acha, in the
School was spelled SKOL. Comedy was spelled with that Spanish touch of comedy.
But did you also say Pratishtha, Anushashan?
Obviously, you can't get comedy without those two words. Then Sanskriti and Parampara. So
You
these four
can't,
words.
can't spell Anushasan without anus.
So that's
Abbas
2-0 Manchester United on my left. Both sexual pivots, by the way. He's not known for that.
Anus
He's
is
not known-
anatomical.
No, but
not
he's not
sexual.
known for double entendre. He's like a clean comedian. A lot of jokes about the government and things like, okay, that's even worse. Just stick with the
Yeah,
politics.
that's why.
So, you're
Since
doing good.
that area is drying up, I have to do this.
Abbas, me sitting opposite to you, is that?
Maybe that's possible.
Okay,
By the way, I have
Kainaz
to say,
Kainaz says she wants to attend the school. I just want to say, so
Oh.
we are not getting enough people here on our subscription.
Let's
but
do this.
let's open the school.
on the poster, at least 3 people message saying, why have they put 2 Abbases on the poster?
How many
Exactly what he
people-
said in the
Yeah.
private chat.
Yeah.
It sounds vulgar, but it isn't. Yeah. But let me just
No, please.
can we put the two of them together, Rishi? Can you reframe it a
Oh,
little bit?
man. They're already, and we're
No,
both wearing
it's-
white today.
Oh my god.
Even
पहले
more.
बोलना चाहिए था ना यार. But we would have at
एक
least.
चश्मा लगा देना.
Boys, don't lagao like you haven't been in touch, yaar. My God.
No, wait. Chashma bhi
Chashma
hai
de
मेरे
do,
पास.
chashma de do.
No, I have.
He's got. Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Should I speak? and you,
Oh
if
my
he-
God. Oh my God. If I was
Hey, Rishi, एक अमित का भी लगा दे.
if I was drunk, my God, it'd be like, Abbas,
Are you not?
sort of.
Please bring back Cyrus.
Pushpak is saying too many sex jokes by Abbas. Is Abbas spending too much time with female comedians?
Not female comedians.
But
Females.
wow. You become Salman Khan in 1 week. Amazing. Wow. What is the girl's name again? Pushpa. Prachi. Oh, I can't say the name. Sorry. The name is neither Pushpa nor Prachi. It's
Definitely not Prachi.
It's Shibani. The name is Shibani. Let's go with Shibani, people. Listen, I have a world record of saying the wrong names and also let's not do this now. I apologize to Mrs. Abbas, aka Shibani. In case you get married to her, if you don't get married to her, you're off the hook anyway, and
Of
we'll all
course.
say praise the Lord.
Yes.
Ho gaya.
Is it just me or am I like darker in this area? Rishi has not lit up
Your soul is darker. There's no doubt about that today. But can I just say one thing before I break the mouse, which I have broken? Coming back to the book. So just give us in a nutshell, who should read the book and what are we going to get out of it?
See, this is for people who literally maybe thought that, you know what, maybe I'm not going in the right direction. And
Which is everyone, na, Sagar? You think Sparsh doesn't question every time he enters this IBM, like, boss, मेरे को guitar बजाना है. So, ये यहाँ कैसा फंस गया?
the moment you say Sparsh, no, Abbas is about to get a joke. So,
No.
They get
That's
along
an
very
AI.
well. I know
Yeah.
who Sparsh doesn't like. There are only 2-3 people in IBM.
वो नाम you
वो
will
नाम
not
नहीं
say.
लूंगा मैं. अच्छा ठीक है. You
Not
give 100
Prachi, no?
For 119 bucks. No. For 119 bucks, I'll tell you.
someone please put
Money,
119
Nice,
bucks, please.
nice. Actually, that's a good
Money.
pitch.
Actually,
don't mind.
actually, only 2, not even 3 that I know of. Maybe I'm the third once I leave.
Sagar was telling us with all his heart
Listen,
who this book
it
is
takes
for.
so long to talk, yaar.
Please.
किसका गलती किसका है?
Yeah, so people who are just wondering if they should maybe pivot, okay, and they feel like नहीं अभी कुछ I want to maybe rediscover myself, and that's something that I can help with because this book has a lot of activities. It's not like सिर्फ एक book पढ़ा खत्म हो गया नहीं है. There's a lot of activities that comes
Can
along with
you
every
give us
chapter.
like examples?
So I make them ask them questions about their own life, what they like.
But that's like Arnab,
Huh?
who talks to himself on the show. No, the nation wants to know, and I will speak to the nation
No,
right
for
now.
Arnab, there is a chapter in the book. It's called "Attack Your Biggest Enemy."
Which is who?
Oh,
I
Bidi
don't
na. Arnab is his own biggest enemy.
Yeah,
no?
in a sense. Yeah. It's
And
like when you're a superhero, you're a super villain. Couldn't find a villain, so I had to create it himself. I'll be my own villain.
It is the chapter is very interesting because I actually tell people that you are your own biggest enemy.
Oh,
Oh wow! Look how profound we are. yaar.
Yeah, what a twist.
How profound, Sparsh. By Janbujke, no. By mistake, it happened.
Did I give the anticlimax already?
Yeah. You've got the
No, there are a lot of other
perpetrator.
chapters as well.
The perpetrator.
वो भी पढ़ लो एक बार.
I have a question, but do you? I know that this is a work from the heart, but do you read self-help books yourself? Because when I was young, again 80s, 90s ki baat hai, but there was this whole Dale Carnegie movement, and there were a lot of these
Shiv
before Robin
Khera.
Sharma, and
Shiv Khera also.
धंधा बंद करवाओगे
Shakira
क्या?
from India, yeah, I remember.
धंधा बंद करवाओगे क्या? No, I
No,
don't.
no, no, just asking where does it
No,
come
I'm
from?
serious. I know. I don't read a lot of books. Sorry, authors, but I don't read a lot of books. What happened is that I'm a big fan of Simon Sinek. I am. That I can give.
One sec, Google now. Who's this guy?
I know who he's talking about.
You don't act all the time like you know everything because you have one sexual position which was
also-
successful.
Actually, you
Huh?
don't spend much time on the internet. If you spend long enough time on the internet,
You'll find
I
it.
spend
some
a lot
Simon
of time,
Sinek video will show
lot
up.
of time on the
But not on
internet.
the right websites.
No, on all the right websites. Do you know all the right websites? I have never watched so much porn as I have in the last 2 years.
No,
in my
that's
life.
understandable because
Because in the old days, I had to press play,
Exactly,
pause, rewind,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
tape would get stuck
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
But we always watch the same portions again and again. Rishi, stop nodding. Unless you acted in the porn, you're too young to understand what I'm talking about, brother. Because while I watched the
Yeah.
porn, you were being made. Acting like मैं भी 90s का बच्चा. I also had a VHS and
Yeah.
VHP and all this.
How old are you, Rishi?
तुझे सिर्फ HD
16.
porn मिला है.
Yeah.
He's also about 23.
How old? No, he's 30. 29.
29, oh, fuck.
Yeah. now that Manu won again, he's increased his age by 1 year. He's feeling confident. Yeah. Okay. So back to the book. So yeah, you were saying we kept interrupting.
Simon Sinek.
No, I don't. Yeah. So I love Simon Sinek, and a lot of his thoughts have inspired my thoughts. But I don't take my stuff from the other books because I felt like I want to write my own story, and my stories are all there inside this.
As in, these are all personal anecdotes,
They are.
and from there you come up with, let's say, call it wisdom. But then, do your friends do you get feedback with this kind of thing, like from people around you? Do you ever tell them what do you think?
They do अपने बारे में कितना बात करेगा? But then I'm like, look at Cyrus. Then they're like, हाँ चलेगा.
Again, the theory of relativity. See how well it applies.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
The Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai.
There you go. Yeah. Although that might have been a reference in the last show.
There
I'm
was a
not-
private method.
The private show. Yeah, okay. So now we're like two drunk men. The conversation is going from Tuesday to Sunday and nobody else knows. Yeah.
Two drunk, two bald,
No, so
one Sparsh and one Rishi.
Sparsh makes up for all of us with that, roots of hair,
Yeah.
which one day should go. Then he'll know what it's like. Let's all pray. 2 minutes. Sparsh ki baal. But no, I'm asking because how do you know that people will react well to the anecdotes? Do you tell them to other people? Do you get
No,
some feedback?
so that's
Like
the thing.
Abbas's jokes, for example. He tells them, he goes to the rickshaw wala, he does the joke in English. Rickshaw wala says, please, baat band karo. And then, then he knows this is working. Yeah.
No, he says सर के ऊपर से गया सर.
Acha.
No, see, that's what makes this book.
Jaisa pull.
That's what makes this book different is that I haven't taken it from the usual thing that is there. So people find it very refreshing कि यार वही बकवास नहीं हो रही है. No offense once again. Sorry.
No. Once you say bakwas, you don't have to mention us again. It's something that we are associated with happily.
But this was something that worked with me and against me. So I don't read a lot of books. So for me, creating a book was difficult because I don't know what people read.
Right.
But it was also easy because I was giving a very fresh perspective, and that kind of worked for my favor. People like, हाँ ठीक है, कुछ नया है.
Or maybe you just wanted to write the book without thinking about the consequences sometimes. Which is a good way, which is real art, I would think. Now you just write sometimes without thinking about the way we are raised in India. Every time you have to find like what is it going to do? Who is it going to talk to?
No, that's
Sometimes
exactly it,
artists
actually.
should not think like that. They should just sing or
Arre-
accept us. But you
No,
don't
but
do
he's
all
saying
this.
that's
No,
exactly.
exactly the point. When I started writing, it was not like इसको book निकालना है करके.
Huh.
I just thought I'll write.
Yeah.
But it kind of came out well, so I was okay. Let's just go ahead with it. Just like what Cyrus says happened. हाँ, चालू
Stop
किया.
drawing analogies and bringing yourself down. You were doing superbly well till then, really. So be you now. Please get that book. It's available on beyounow.com.
Bye. Please don't send them anywhere else. Send them only on Amazon.
Probably sounds like Rishi sound like a porn site again. Huh? Be you now. It's transgender site or something like that. The guy has. Sorry, it's on Amazon.
No,
right?
no, it's on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you knew what you were getting into, right?
No,
Yeah.
I know, of course.
Bro, why
No,
is
so-
the AC not working? It's very, very
It's
hot.
damn
I'm
hot
sweating.
today,
He's
yes.
sweating.
No, so I remember when I got confirmed. कि
You're
23rd
from
में-
Chennai, so you don't.
What's it? He's
Sorry.
using the word confirmed, huh? like he's got an Oxford education or something. Confirmation.
Literally, this is because of my degree, yaar. Sitting here,
What is your degree?
I'm an engineer.
But from where?
Coimbatore.
Oh, Coimbatore. Wow, lovely. We have a person from the heartland of Coimbatore.
Yeah, con.
You don't know?
Niv. Okay.
Nivedita?
She's a comic. She lives.
I thought you heard all our shows.
I was going to say she lives here. That's no, that's Persh.
Yeah.
Nivedita Prakasam is a comedian. She
She's
also
very
works
good.
here.
Achha.
Very
And
funny.
she's from Coimbatore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But so you're a Guju born and raised in Chennai.
Born and raised in Chennai.
Okay.
He's not a Guju from Ahmedabad. Don't get scared.
No, that's okay.
वो चलता था.
Okay, let me not go there.
Don't go there.
Once again, a joke was coming, and then अब नहीं.
So much for free speech. No? We have lots to say, and then let's just leave it.
Yeah. But fuck, I had a question. I forgot.
No, you ask any other question to them.
No, so I mean, not. I feel like you've defended your book very well, but has there ever been a self-help book that you've read? The reason I sort of steer clear of them is because I feel like, oh, तू मेरे को बताएगा कैसे जीना है. And the second thing is, I've never really read. I've not read many, but the few I've read, it's never really had a profound impact on me.
I think when you read them, I've read lots. You have to find. You don't have to find. You have to identify.
Exactly.
Right. So the example is almost more important than the solution. The moment you have the example, then you say this guy's in the same boat as me.
Right.
That's why I wrote the epic book 23 and a half ways to chat up chicks. The title has changed 3 times, so I don't know what the actual title is. Because in Love Line, I used to get the same thing where these guys were in love, but in love in India generally means that I like the girl, but she has no idea who I am.
Ek tarfa pyar.
Yeah, exactly. It was just so one-sided, but in their mind it's love. And the whole idea is that's not love, that's you having a crush, but to get to that, small things like that. But with all these good self-help books, I think as a person has to feel that they have the same issues.
So how did you deal with the first part of it, where you're not talking at the reader, but you're sort of talking to them?
If you look at it, right, any somewhere between people 25 to 34 would identify with what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Because
how do you get this demographic? MTV, roadies.
He's an engineer.
Okay. Like you have analysts, I do too.
Did you build the bridges in Mumbai? No. This is not
Just because he's bald and has a beard doesn't mean everybody does roadies.
Oh.
When were you on roadies?
I can make that joke because I'm also bald and
fair enough. Yeah, I was thinking if you put an H in his name and he'd become Shagger.
Cut.
It's live. Akash's career.
पहले बोलना चाहिए था यार.
Akash Mehta, great comedian's career is in jeopardy because it's live and we can't stop his rant, right?
Yeah,
Sparsh?
I was very. I didn't catch it live, and then it was taken.
He was in the middle of a fight with Mumbai police.
Oh, okay.
Don't
This is why Siddaramaiah is now my favorite politician in the history of India because he's announced end to VIP culture.
Dude, the day
Which means for 3 days there won't
day-
be VIP culture in Bangalore. By day 4, of course.
first day of chief ministership, there was flooding in Bangalore.
But that's not his fault exactly.
It's not, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
They also lost the chance to make the playoffs.
Also, by the way,
Day
they sprinkled cow urine on outside the office premises to purify it.
The parties also use
And
cow
this is the
urine.
Congress.
I know, but I've got to defend the cow here.
Ideologies are same.
Of course, yeah. I was like, wow.
May I say
Very
something?
similar.
It's possible the BJP had left the cow urine in the storeroom. So why waste, यार? अगर तू मेरा जैसा है middle class आदमी तो सोचता है कि अब भाई है तो use करो.
Correct,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Guys,
Sorry, you were saying 25 to 34.
I don't know whether they're listening anymore, yaar. But
And
like-
we have to do some topics also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yes. No, so what I've also interestingly done is that at the end of every chapter, there are questions that I ask my readers.
Mhm.
So that's different, right? Because once again, you're not just talking about something that you want to speak about, but you're also asking your reader as to what they might want
And
to
it's
do
a
in their life.
great, if you look at it, a great tool is what are you do in marriage? When she can't hear you, you ask the question because there's no reply. So
Which
that's
is
all-
most of the times.
Yeah. I always go just out of earshot of my wife and say, I like Natasha. What do you think? I feel like a man. Because Natasha's a
But that's what you think she's not listening. She's always listening.
She's kachi. They're hairy ears.
Okay. We just went from bad
Now
to
Abbas
worse.
is going to say, I like the Asha and the Natasha.
The ash and the nash.
Asha means hope, and I'm
Stop.
always-
Stop. So if her name is Ash Full. Okay.
Okay, I don't know.
नहीं
I
हो
didn't
गया
get
मेरा.
that.
Okay. We tried to sell the book,
So,
Sagar.
yeah,
We failed. Now let's just accept failure as a group.
But I want to read some of the questions in the end. that
अरे
he has
यार.
asked.
These are questions that he points out.
No, it's not a viva. It's just
No, I'll ask you questions, Abbas.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but ask from the book, huh?
From the book.
Because guys will buy the book and then check whether it's true or not. We are that petty here.
100%.
Yeah.
don't make
You're going
it
to buy the book, huh?
I bought the book. So just give the money, huh?
Wait, you're going to take these away?
That's what I'm saying. ये
But-
तुम्हारे लिए है.
Ask me, no.
That was the question. Are you going to buy the book? Chapter
No,
2.
so this chapter 2, I talk about how you find your why. So there's, again, a lot of from Simon Sinek, but my own thoughts here.
How you find your
Why in your life?
why?
Okay,
I
my
heard
own-
wife, and I was like,
Not
okay.
like why are you living?
That's
that
French.
most of us fail to answer.
Your that's in the French language. The F is silent, so it becomes Y.
Oh.
Yeah. How's your Y? Mademoiselle, show me your Y. Yeah? That's why you don't say penis, you just say pee.
Okay, back to you, Sagar.
Back to you, sir.
So ऐसा कौन सा challenge है जो you feel like कि इसको मैं ही करेगा? Not Natasha, please.
No, you mean like a challenge in his life?
No.
Or you mean just a small
if you
task?
look at it, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do something in your life, the
Yeah.
first question you need to ask is, what am I solving
Yeah.
for other people, right? So you're into comedy, you're somewhere solving people's.
I'm not into comedy. I couldn't get a
Stress.
job.
No, that's what most.
Not most. They actually get up thinking they want to be comedians. It's disgusting, their ambition. Ours is not like that. We
What
just can't
about
work
Sparsh?
anywhere else.
What about Sparsh?
Sparsh he's got a good head on his
Sparsh
shoulders.
is solving the problems of the old people who listen to this show.
He's really nice that way. He's preparing for looking after his parents and everybody else by working with us.
And he's being the only 23-year-old who listens
Yeah,
to this.
exactly.
He doesn't listen. He just runs it. You think he listens? Come on, yeah. He's 23.
Actually, he has to listen because he runs it.
He's playing some Jethro Tull or something in the background. This is, of course,
Jethro
sorry.
Tull,
Something else. What is
Band
today?
from
Today's American
1973.
Give me names, guys.
Exactly.
As established in 23.
give me. I don't know the names. Help.
Imagine
I only
Dragons.
I know the girl
They are
names.
also old. now.
Like Miley Cyrus and all that. I have a daughter.
Miley Cyrus is also like.
But I don't know the
She's
name.
my age.
Weekend.
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas. Weekend.
Only because he married Priyanka.
Postman. Well, the postman who came here.
Post Malone.
Post Malu. Post something.
Malone.
Post Malone.
Yeah,
Post,
bhai,
my daughter went for that show. I had to pay. Post Malone.
So now you know because you have to pay.
Yeah. That's when you're posted in Kerala. You
I think we
become
shouldn't
Post Malone.
call any contemporary musicians on this show. I think that would be really long, that show.
You think they'll come?
They'll come. We had Rakul Preet Singh on Silvery show. We had Manoj Bajpayee on our show. Rakul Preet refused
But
to come
Manoj
on our show.
Bajpayee has been around for like 20 years.
By mistake, he
now.
came to our show.
No, you know what my flex is? I'm coming after Manoj Bajpayee.
There you go. I hope the numbers are the same, huh?
Numbers का मेरे को नहीं मालूम है. But I'm coming after Manoj Bajpayee.
So give the question, sir. What is the question?
I think that was it. Like,
so
what-
first question is, what is that one challenge that you feel you want to solve, but no one else could maybe think of? Not नहीं हो सकता मेरे से. So what is that one challenge that you feel you can do?
जो मेरे से नहीं हो सकता.
नहीं, which you feel
Outside
you
your
can solve,
comfort zone?
other people can't.
Outside your comfort zone?
No.
No, but I mean, for
No,
me,
no,
it's
so
like
one
मेरे से
second.
कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता.
No,
I
one sec.
come
You're
from
saying
that.
what makes him unique? I don't understand the question.
I'm
No,
not coming there yet.
He's asking me what's the one challenge you feel like only you can solve and others
so
cannot.
that means you're unique,
But
na?
I don't have an answer to that. I'm like, I feel like I can't do anything.
I can
Done. Self-help book over.
हाँ, हो गया ना. अब आप मत पढ़ो.
I can tell you what I can do.
Others you can
I
take it.
like to pee almost every hour. But under pressure, I can actually hold my pee for 3-4 hours no matter how painful it is. And I see Kunal, not being able to do that, and I feel he's weak as a consequence. So this is my flex.
अभी मेरे को existential crisis हो गया लेकिन like I was supposed to answer that question.
And now you're feeling depressed?
Now I'm like,
We'll call Dr.
Yeah.
Shivali Batra back. We have somebody. On our show, it's just a matter of time before somebody's depressed.
Shweta is putting it on my face. Factually, Manoj Bajpayee 600, today 170. Thank you so much, Shweta.
What?
factually what? Just put that comment up, Rishi.
Yeah.
Factually, Manoj Bajpayee 600. Oh, acha.
Thank you so much.
Today
I-
170.
This makes me feel very nice. I need to go to
Oh,
my therapist
acha.
after this.
She's talking about the number of people who tuned in.
Oh.
Dr. Shefali Batra ka number dena, please.
No, Manoj, Dr. Shivali, I don't know. Just make up numbers quickly. He's feeling pressure.
Now Cyrus fans are roasting all the panelists. What is happening?
No, that's from the beginning.
नहीं नहीं हम तो आज जान के आए थे अंदर.
Okay, we need to do at least one topic before we go to the break.
Yes.
Shall we do it?
We can, but I'm just trying to see what questions are being asked, which I can't make out. I can't
That
answer
will do for
anything.
the AMA, no?
Hemisha says that Abbas can't wake up early. He can try to solve it, but doesn't. So I don't
That's
know,
actually true, yeah.
What's
Saveen
she
Kumar
talking
is saying change that uncle wala background and go for a peppy background or studio setup, Cyrus. This one is so boring. One of the reasons for lesser views.
And then he laughs out loudly.
Studio change kar, Cyrus Pagal. This one is
We've
so
got a new
pale and
background.
boring.
This is going to be the new background.
Yes.
Dude, if you think
Yeah.
this is pale and boring, you haven't seen the old studio.
Yeah, I like this. This is the best background ever. We are going to get every panelist will be wearing this on his face, so it'll be all good. What do you think? And then Spurs,
Uncle, आवाज दे यार, ये हटाओ.
Spurs with a hard Delhi accent. He's like, "आवाज नहीं आ रही भैया." His rasping voice. Yeah, so he's in charge of sound here.
Sagar, where did you source all these pictures from? The net. Or
From-
do you,
from-
you have a wall in your house.
Abbas from my mother.
Abbas, exactly. It's not that I went to Cyrus, stalked him for so many years, and then I kept it
Yeah.
ready and हाँ चलो
Yeah.
आज Cyrus से मिलेंगे तो.
There are no pictures before 2011-12. I feel it's only the last 10 years. He could have done better in terms of effort. I'm just kidding, yaar.
No, I'm wondering कि क्या बोल रहे
Hey,
हैं.
but there's one thing which I didn't show, which is the Aisha tribute. I
Yes,
don't know
yes,
how to
yes.
bring that up. Let me try my best. It's here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can't even
Oh.
zoom.
That's from the episode artwork only.
I don't know
From
if you can see
Cyrus's
it.
episode.
What Aisha says.
Yeah, so it's cancelled. He's cancelled Cyrus and what Aisha says. We our poster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you should name the show.
What Aisha says. Bro, she has 11 people on Insta. I have at least 15. Let's not mess.
How many does Abbas have?
Abbas,
2000 something.
but only girls. Only girls.
No, there is
Natasha ki Asha.
there is that thing going now. Who will reach 4,000 followers first, Ayushi or me?
So if the VHP tunes in, for example, I mean,
अरे
straight away.
ऋषि
No, then I don't
श्वेता ने
want
comment
followers.
डाला ऋषि वो श्वेता ने comment डाला वो डाल पहले please no
वही 700
yes
वाला.
this is what I want
Sagar
Thank you,
is
Shweta.
funny. I liked him. I'm not anti.
I like.
आपके लिए एक
I
book free
like
है
him.
send me your address
It's once like past tense. I liked him. Up to 2 minutes ago, you were great, and after that, it's downhill.
अच्छा, I thought we were cutting now
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Actually, we should
You
take
had
a
your
break.
moment.
I'll leave on a high
You had more than 15 minutes. You had 31 minutes of fame. Let it be.
We should take a break.
Oh, because the Delhi boys are breaker.
Okay, our podcast has gone premium. It's called Club Cyrus Says. You can be a member. Join now. Don't waste any more time. In fact, don't listen to me. Just go and join. You'll get exclusive tidbits, features, insights, all kinds of stuff that nobody else will get. It'll be just for you. Join now. Become a member of Club Cyrus Says. Ji haan.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by renowned actor Manoj Bajpayee. The actor talks about his upcoming film Banda, his iconic role of Bhikkhu Matri in Satya, and revisits some good old memories with Cyrus. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam is in conversation with Nitin Mathur, co-founder of Tavaga. They discuss the latest trends in robo-advisory, investment management, and more. And on the Wire Talks, former Canadian Health Minister Ujjwal Dosanjh joins Siddharth, where he shares his political journey and how he opposed the growing extremism within the Sikh community. Once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We have some exciting stuff for you. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you like our shows, spread the word, tell your friends, and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. You'll also find all our shows on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, Cash Free Payments and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you for making this possible.
And as we go back into the show, Ruben David who is recovering from a knee surgery, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He's a footballer,
Mhm.
and he was with Arsenal, and unfortunately now he's in pain. But he says that how is Aisha's shoulder? Has she recovered? And let me tell you, she has, but there's a big bump on the shoulder, which I don't know what it means. But frankly speaking, it's affecting our marriage.
When you put so
And-
much burden on her, of course, the shoulders will be affected.
But she's taller than me. I can't reach her shoulder. Yeah. Everybody doesn't have your sexual prowess, Baba. When you sit like some Swami and all the girls are satisfied from a distance. वो कैसा होता है?
But it's
Everyone
taking
gets
her-
to finish.
taking her too
Yeah,
long.
every woman gets to finish when Abbas is around. Yeah, it's going by our reputation, obviously not. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, sorry. And Sagar, anything more you want to say about the book? Because we've really done too much.
नहीं, नहीं, हो गया. You've done enough damage for the book.
No, we got.
इतना कहनास की बुक के बारे में भी
नहीं,
बात किया
कहना तो
था.
10 मिनट मिला. उसके बाद we shut her up. Yeah, poor thing. I talked about ice cream.
Kainas puts up a message.
Is he single, Ruben?
Well, he's single-legged because one knee is gone. That helps. Ruben, are you single? Can you? I'm a Man U fan. Okay. Ruben,
They can take it forward.
Ruben,
in the
don't
chat.
talk about. This is like talking about AAP right now. I don't know if they're going to come to the center.
I love how your followers are answering questions. Yes, Kainas is.
Yeah, they don't listen to us. We are just incidentally in the background, just like the poster. Yeah. So are you who Ruben? Are you single? Did he answer the question?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, great. So we can set them up. Kai and Ruben. All those in favor?
Kairu. There's a nice little
Kairu?
nice rhyme to
बच्चों
the
का नाम रखेंगे क्या?
couple. Hashtag Kairu.
Or Kyrie? Which is close to
No,
Kairi.
Ruben to Ru, no.
Okay, I got it, bro. I'm not that stupid. Oh, I've come up with this
Hey,
great algorithm.
it's better
Kai
than-
and Ruben and Kaina.
Better than Rukai. It's Kairu.
Oh, this is it. I'm going to read the book to get through the show. Just wake me up when it's
Okay.
over. Really. Yeah.
Sparsh has left the room. He stopped. giving
Sparsh
a
has
fuck.
actually left the room. The room is only Rishi now. This is the kind of lack of interest, Sagar. For Manoj Bajpayee, he stayed because they're both Bihari.
Yeah.
Both Bihari.
Manoj Bajpayee, there were
This is a
like
very
12 people in this room.
Yeah, 12 people, including 11 of Manoj Bajpayee's staff. Very sweet of him. Yeah. But I told Manoj that first off because when we interviewed him in the 1990s, late
Yeah.
90s and all, poor guy was just an upcoming actor. So it was just that one producer and one spot guy or whatever. Now, before Manoj came, 30 people came. Labradors came to check the place. They did surveillance, Then some guy asked me, who are you? What is the question? All that.
Then Manoj was like, "Arey, ye wo 90s mein karte the
Manoj was
thoda."
very nice. But Manoj doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, that's the sad part.
India set a new record, Cyrus.
Oh, yeah, great.
India achieves new record on road construction.
Oh,
Lays 100-kilometer Delhi-Aligarh expressway in 100 hours.
yeah.
So that's the news. The NH34.
Okay, can you get those engineers? Sorry to bring this thing up, Sagar, to Mumbai, because I've been told about this metro. This thing is driving me nuts. South Mumbai though is just a mess, boss. I mean, go back to Hindi films of the 70s and all that. You'll see lovely pictures of Marine Drive and a Fiat car
Yeah,
and
I
good black and
know.
white. And now the imagery is just gone forever. If you just come there, it just looks like World War II, man. It's just horrible. And we're on the losing side, by the way. Just to mention that. Yeah.
No, but to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
So if they want to and there's political will, anything can be done.
Exactly.
I'm coming to that now. Right?
Please come to that. Page what? Page what is that on? Page,
If you
fucking
can
give me that page.
lay a highway in 100 hours,
You
like,
can.
why were you not doing it for so long?
We
But
have
go
the,
ahead.
I'm
you,
coming to
you know
that.
what, guys? We have the labor force of the world, right?
You too.
There's never a shortage of labor,
Yeah.
including the comedians who don't have enough gigs. Just put them onto the fucking construction business. I mean, they're silvery, I mean, he doesn't-
Putsa lagao udhar.
yeah. What the hell?
See, when we were kids, right? When you used to answer BDSK, na, jab
Yeah.
answer likhte the, the first few answers are always very neat, no?
Right.
And then towards the end, it's all
Scribbled.
neatly scribbled.
Mm.
This is neat scribbling for next year.
Nicely put. This goes into the second book. This is not yet mentioned. But really, I get very disgusted when I hear good stories. I'm so cynical
Look,
about
he's going back to Chennai. He's relatively safe.
No,
The
and-
other ones-
I think Chennai construction is a little better than rest of India, no? In terms of they were one of the first few highways that were great.
I've only been to Chennai once for 2 days. So
By the way, you offline, so you shouldn't mention it. Your girlfriend, let's call her. Can I say Sachi?
sure.
Sachi. Your girlfriend.
Sabyasachi.
Sabyasachi. Wow. Why? Big controversial for no reason. Okay, so Sachi used to study in Chennai, in Anna University or something, and then from there you met her. When you
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, you're supposed to clarify.
I thought you were asking Sagar.
There's money for someone saying.
Oh, Binoy Pillai has given one. Why is everybody giving 179 for naming
Shagun hai
the
kya?
person?
No, my book is
Sparsh
actually
doesn't like?
charged at
Oh.
179 on Amazon. That's
1 minute.
Cyrus.
Motherfuckers are paying for the book. Cancel the stream. I'm off. What the hell? What the shit, man? He's
No,
got
no.
more sales. He's doing more
Binoy-
sales than us.
Binoy has
No, I'm
paid
not-
us
no, I'm not doing this.
179
I'm not doing
for
this.
the names of the.
No, I'm not giving it to him. We'll give me the money back.
Sorry, Binoy.
It's ridiculous, yeah. We can sell everything but ourselves. What's going on? What kind of Indians are
Is
we?
it Akash? Akash Mehta.
No. He doesn't. The panelists are not. It's not. A panelist.
Okay.
no, someone's paid for it. No, you have to give the
It's
answer.
a sort of semi-panelist because it's a
Oh.
person who works here, and
Oh.
that's one. There are two actually.
Is it
yeah.
me?
No. See, you and me, nobody can really hate.
Not
because
everything is
they don't
about you,
take us
Abbas.
seriously. Yeah. Like, except the sexual satisfaction of the other gender. He clearly pointed out that he's the Rajneesh of this IVM. When it comes to making sure everybody has a
So we're
good.
going there now.
Everybody has a happy ending at his shows.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
They're
Someone,
happy that it's ending, no?
Not bad. Tere muh mein, in your face.
What in his face?
Pass. Bless
Sagar
you.
has adapted to this. show.
Sagar has. We have brought him down to our level. He started as an erudite, intelligent man giving us gyan. The gyan and the book on the side now.
No, the Gyan stays on the book, not on
Because
the
three
show.
people bought the book, you've gone berserk, yeah.
Two. I'm counting.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Somebody put a comment saying, like Bihar, will they steal the highway?
That
Shavik
famous
saying,
story
will
that
Bihari
we-
steal the expressway like the roads and bridges?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I that's the thing. When they do something in 100 hours, yes, sure, celebrate it. But I'm like, how sturdy
The
is
cynic
it?
in you is like,
Yeah.
there's along the way, across the trails of UP, you will
Yeah.
find lots of holes here and there. But I'm saying for what it's worth, at least it came up really quickly.
But
we'll
this
find
is
out later.
between Uttarakhand and Madhya Pradesh.
No, but
Connects
what you
Gangotri.
said is right.
It crosses like 4-5 states. Huh?
The thing I really hate is that only this is being politicized or talked about more and more. Or there are more articles about this. What
Yeah.
about all the other bad things happening?
Yeah. And also,
We don't talk about that.
And happening to us also with Abbas.
also, I think if the opposition are in power in any state and they build anything, they get less footage
Yeah.
by law.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And they may also build in 100
Yeah.
hours sometimes.
Yeah.
As you can see, the cow urine that was used superbly, immediately, on the spot by our leaders. But coming back to
But
that,
only Abbas talks about it.
but Abbas,
I just pointed it out.
but Abbas looks like a lot of leaders in India also. So
I'm saying, is hamam mein sab nange hain? Nobody is.
you write your own book.
That will be the title.
I'm sure we can
Exactly, right?
I'm sure we can make sales. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice. Aditya Sharda. Can we spend the 2,000 rupees note as super chat?
Please भेजो. मैं ले लूँगा.
By the way, guys, we are supposed to accept it. So the hukam has come.
Baba,
from-
it's very confusing.
No, they've told.
They've told it will be
But
legal tender, but then why have they given a deadline?
Because
I don't understand that.
the deadline for this is 3-4 months, right? So it's the longest.
30th September.
Yeah, it's the longest
No,
deadline.
तब तक उड़ा लो bad answer पे.
No, but no, why, Baba? The provision store, the Kinara wala is saying no. He's saying no now in
Kinara,
May.
no, Kirana.
Kirana.
Kinara is corner.
We talk about 2,000 rupees on Sparsh here.
That's his salary. Now, Spurs, how will you take the money now? You used to get one note, no? Huh? When Amit tells you
Get a suitcase.
when you ask for your note, Amit will go because that's the only note left.
No, but I'm giving inside information, everyone. I was at IVM about half an hour ago, and someone said, "Imagine being kicked out from IVM. That's the lowest of the lows."
An IBM employee told him that. I can't name her name, but she has colored hair, not unnaturally colored hair. I mean, it's not natural that color. I mean, kind of green hair. Nobody has green hair, bro. Yeah. Does anyone have green hair?
It's not like that.
Sorry,
No, she
colored
said
hair.
it. She said it, and I think it's a fait accompli. I think the action should be taken. There are consequences. You can't just say
No,
anything.
I think she meant like,
Especially in front of guests.
Yeah.
imagine
Sagar
like
was
me.
shocked because you came here as a fan of IBM and you leave disenchanted.
Who said I
Defeated.
came as a fan? I came for the footage.
Oh, okay. all right.
no, Baba, it's like being
Make your sales.
being kicked out from a prestigious body. Like, imagine being kicked out from IVM.
Oh, I thought you went like Milan Soman's germs or something. You know, one in a prestigious body, and now nowhere to go.
Million someone's jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, the government is considering setting up 8 new cities.
Oh, one
across
sec.
India.
Sorry to interrupt. Shweta is
You're
saying,
not
please send out a
interested at all.
search party. No, for Grim.
For Grim.
Where is Grim? We have this
Oh,
guy,
Grim
Grim Fandango,
Fandango.
very famous elderly
And she's
statesman.
also given us 110 rupees. We should mention
She's
that.
so sweet,
Yeah.
Shweta. Really.
179 is
Give
the
her a
going rate,
critique.
bhai.
बाबा
अभी वो नीचे आ रहा है.
2-3 चैप्टर दूं उसमें.
हाँ, काट के दे देता हूँ मैं.
You don't have equity.
I don't have equity. I don't have parking. I have to call Amit and say today I have to self-drive. Can I park in your parking?
Wait, the price is in Canadian dollars. 10.99 Canadian dollars.
बोला ना गुजराती माना. What do you think? What
How much is that?
रुपया से कुछ नहीं काम
In
होता है.
rupees, it is 179 only.
Yeah. All right, let's find
But
out about
wait,
Grim.
since
Where's
when,
Grim?
since when is he missing?
I just want to say one thing. What is the name of your podcast?
Has it aged well?
What is the name of Silveri's podcast?
Just a film.
The moment you all brought those two podcasts on, Grim disappeared. He just walked out. I just want to say he's a man of, serious class.
Did he also get a happy ending?
That only Abbas can
Also,
answer.
are we really missing him?
Not really.
Yeah.
But if he's there, can he just send us a line? That would be great. Because he used to send so much.
Achha.
Shweta,
But
you're
his,
absolutely right. We are
his
worried.
name was Grim. We
Grim,
might-
Grim,
might
like
have
from
to,
the line from the song, no?
Oh, what song?
Queen. I think Bohemian Rhapsody, no?
No,
Yeah,
there's no
Grim
Grim
Fandango.
Fandango. in
Oh,
Bohemian
come on, don't
Rhapsody.
teach me Queen,
Why
you
are you looking
moron.
at
No,
Sparsh?
it's,
Exactly.
But he's a musician, so in case my Alzheimer's is setting in, these two know their music better. Even 80s and 90s music. Unlike Abbas, the guru of sex, who's
He
just
only-
mastered the second sexual position.
He only knows
What? You
Rajneesh,
can
no?
stand and do it? He just asked me. Boss, socha bhi nahi.
Rajneesh.
Yeah.
Listen to Zez music. Zez.
You know why he needs 3 or 4 girls at a time to
Oh,
cross
sure.
his legs?
Oh, me? Oh,
Stop it.
it was a fat joke. Okay.
Oh!
Thanks for enlightening us.
As the French say, mou mello.
The government is planning on setting up 8 new cities. According to them, the
Hey, get the other.
population.
First, perfect our cities. What is the new
No, so
cities?
that's what the thing is. The burden on the current metropolitan cities is getting
Hey,
so much that
Abbas,
the idea is to develop 8
At the
new
risk
ones.
of sounding like Spurs. Hey, Chicha, can I just tell you
But
something?
my
What
thing
what is Navi Mumbai? What is all these
that's a
suburbs?
part of
No,
Mumbai
they're
only, no?
actually cities, satellite cities which are built. If you look at like Noida and all, I know they've fallen to other states, but the whole idea you build these cities outside the big city.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Chennai's small cities outside, but all the big cities have these small cities, and the whole idea is for them to, like mushroom from there. But unfortunately, nobody goes there.
No, but the problem is that, अभी मीरा रोड वाले बोलते कि हम लोग मुंबई से हैं.
हाँ.
They're not.
They're not.
That's a class issue.
No, he's
but,
right.
Class.
It's not a
Oh my
class
God,
issue.
class issue. Hey, this is.
You're saying they are not from Mumbai. I'm not saying. I'm
Arre
saying they
Baba,
are.
I'm saying they're
in,
outside
in
Mumbai,
South
right?
Mumbai, if the road is Mira, it will be a
Okay.
famous like Mira Kilachan road. It'll be like an industrialist road. It can't just be Mira Road. Mira Road is very odd. It doesn't make sense.
So, Mr. Singh, who is something to do with the planning
You know how many
commission,
Mr. Singhs there are in
said
India?
haphazard
how can you give me
expansion-
this Mr. Singh?
haphazard expansion on the outskirts of existing cities is affecting the basic planning of these cities. That's why they want to set them up away from already existing cities.
So where are you going to put them? We don't have that
That's
much
my
land.
question. It doesn't mention that.
We'll claim land from China.
Cyrus
That's
Abad.
an idea.
Cyrusabad.
Cyrusabad.
But I mean,
Sarasabad. Oh, but did you know that Kandahar actually comes from Iskandar, which comes from Sikandar, which
no, I
comes
did
from...
not know that.
Yeah, so he built that...
What comes from Abbas?
he was... Abbasabad, there is an Abbasabad. There's an Abbasagud also.
Abbasabad?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, so he used to name everything Alexandria, right?
Yeah.
Wherever he went, he was imaginative genius who said, "Let's call it Alexandria." So he...
And if anybody opposed off with
so
their
the
heads,
locals called, so they built that area, and then what is today Kandahar, it actually sounds like it. Just listen. So it's Iskandar, Iskandar, and then Kandahar. Yeah, Iskandar is from Zandros, becomes Alexander, becomes Xander.
There's also
becomes Xander.
Sikandarabad in Hyderabad, right?
Okay, now you're pushing it.
No, I'm
Now you sound like one of our leaders who says that Alexander went here, there, and everywhere.
But he did.
He fought with Porus, he went a little further, and he came back. That's it. The people revolted. And they're still out on arms on whether he won or lost there.
So
The
Azhar Ali
Battle of
Khan
Jhelum,
says,
nobody knows whether he actually won.
Azhar Ali Khan says,
Yeah.
where is Ayushi and Puneet?
Ayushi was on yesterday's show. Puneet will be on
Ayushi
the
is
next
not
show.
coming without police protection
No,
because
Ayushi
of
nahi. Ayushi
no,
was
because
last
of
week.
one person, Shriram. There's this Shriram menace is going on, and she told me offline, look, bro, I'm really uncomfortable with this Shriram. Firstly, he's just unhygienic,
Yeah.
and that's a little difficult to digest. And he
And-
just goes on calling her all day and night, and messaging and texting, and there's a limit. Is that
You
in the
just
book?
fuel all these rumors, no, Cyrus? There's a rumor that they're both seeing each other, and then you're.
Have
just
you met
fueling-
Ayushi?
I know they're
What
not.
are the
seeing each
chances she'll be seeing Shriram? What the hell is wrong with you?
other. I
This
know
happy
they're not.
ending that you want to give the whole of India, it's not happening, my lover friend.
Shavik says Cyrus has so much information about such non-important
But that's what he
stuff.
gets paid
Have
for,
you
no?
So actually-
ever heard one of the 1100 episodes?
But shouldn't I be in power then? I mean, isn't that what makes you great? Yeah.
But coming back to cities, I was
No,
saying.
I love hearing, because you mentioned names of cities, I love hearing the genesis of the name back in the day. Now, of
Yeah.
course, the name is out of anger, oppression.
From
take out-
Allahabad to
changed,
Prayagraj.
exactly.
Yeah.
What about Prayagraj? I was going to say that. What about Prayagraj?
Oh, well, yeah. Alexander
all.
wanted to call it Alexandria.
But Solapur, Nasik, all these city, I would call them cities now, which were not.
Proper cities, brother.
Yeah, exactly. When we were growing up, they were not. They were seen as like these
Towns. Pune
far
was
away.
more like a town where
Yeah,
people
yeah,
retired
yeah.
and all.
Yeah.
Now, Pune is a place nobody wants to go to because of the traffic.
Would you shift to one of these newer cities if given a chance?
I would shift in a heartbeat. I just want to go to a place where there are less Indians. There should be called a place which is called Less Indians. If the moment I see that written up there, I'm like, ma'am, may I? Yes, please. Yes, please.
There is one place.
But you can't bring your
It's
friends.
called Pakistan.
Yeah.
But then they were all Indians at
But
one
they're like
point.
us only. No?
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes they're a little more generous.
They're
so-
Sasta Indians.
That's true. Yeah.
No, I think the rich Pakistanis are exactly like rich Indians. They won't be much
Was a
different.
poor
Yeah.
Pakistanis also.
Poor Pakistanis, I don't know. Because they really suffer.
Because of course you don't give a shit about poor people.
At least I'm not communal, no? It's a
That's
positive
true,
thought,
yeah.
no?
Kai says Sula Vineyards. वहाँ चलते हैं.
Sula Vanya,
As
they
with
help
like
with
all
Nashik.
other poor people.
We've had, well, say wine is only an expensive man's drink here, like a rich man's expensive man.
Is it?
Rich man,
Again, relative, no?
But it's always associated with like panache.
not in the
and-
world. Not in the world. You
Of
can get
course.
cheap wine.
No,
Wine is,
it's associated with panache because only rich people buy it.
yeah. Look, I don't want
So
to.
this wine
wanna
and
quote-
cheese thing is only an Indian?
No, in the
No,
Last
no,
Supper,
no.
Jesus served it. I mean, everybody could get it.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
Jesus-
no
Jesus-
disrespect to anyone, but like
Jesus
everyone.
was not rich. He was a carpenter.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. Bro, listen to the conversation. You're like one of the guys on the text here.
On the what?
Whatever it's called. Stop. My God.
Sparsh is literally,
Just look at this.
shaking his head.
Yeah,
saying,
you
"ये
gotta-
क्या हो क्या रहा है इधर?"
It's like he's with his uncle, no?
You showed
And
his
his uncle is opening up some electronic item and his uncle is playing with it. He starts talking down to me without knowing how patronizing his tone is.
You're
So
shifting your
sad.
camera. Abbas is like you're showing his chest.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what a fabulous show, yeah, really. No, but we did set out to sell and we sold. So that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
179.
Should we go into the areas or?
Let's do one more. A first time flyer in at the Bangalore. No, a first time flyer going from, I think it was Mumbai to Bangalore.
No, Ahmedabad to Bangalore.
Ahmedabad to
My
Bangalore.
God, a silvery moment. 15 minutes on the fucking
So,
route, which is not even important.
56-year-old man was caught smoking.
Oh.
So he lit up a Bidi inside a plane.
Uh,
He was 56, was flying for the first time,
Hmm.
and they caught him smoking in the washroom.
okay.
And in the man's defense was that this was the first time I'm traveling by plane. I've traveled in train many times, and I smoke up there regularly.
Yeah, and
So
the
I
rules
thought
are
we could
exactly
do
the
it.
same.
No, he
Yeah.
said smoke. He didn't say smoke up, Abbas.
Yeah.
Smoke smoke. Sorry,
Yeah.
not that.
I mean,
Let's not put.
You've really changed. Anyway, the good news is he's 56, so it's not Kunal who turned 59. That's a good
Oh
thing.
yes, happy birthday, Kunal.
But
Belated happy
I had a
birthday.
colleague with me in MTV
Hmm.
who said, let me light up in the thing. And his logic was that people, let out gas in the thing. And it's the same principle as the cigarette, that there's some sort of smoke that goes up or down. And then, so how can they tell which one it was? He was literally arguing this. And finally we convinced him not to. But what do you think would happen?
I mean, it's a fire hazard, right?
It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't. It's not like, I mean, if a plane catches fire, you can't do anything about it. You have to jump out.
No, but what we are forgetting here is, I'm sure there is one friend behind this बीड़ी पीने guy. तुम plane पे बीड़ी मार ही नहीं सकता.
हाँ.
मार के दिखाएगा मैं.
I think he
किसकी
should,
औकात है?
he should have, Sambaji Bidi or one of these companies should have given him a proper, sponsorship. But they would have got so much out of it.
Branding.
Everywhere, yeah.
Branding.
Back in the day when you were very young, Sagar, maybe 3 years old, we used to, where international flights and all, we used to go on flights and all the drinkers and smokers would be at the back.
Yeah.
And it was a good place to hang even if you didn't drink or smoke, because you could just chat with people. People were just a little bit more social.
Panache.
Gregarious. Panache, as
But
we say.
back in the 60s, you could smoke on
60s.
flights, right?
Mother, 60s.
I don't know. I saw it on Mad Men.
I'll give you such a happy ending. Boss, you have no idea. Huh?
The what, 80s? I don't know.
Bro, you could smoke. It was very like
Yeah.
in those days. A lot of people, I can't explain it to you. You were like the hero.
Elitist.
Yeah, but people looked up to the guy with the cigarette in his hand and all. And sunglasses and cigarettes were made Indian men stand out. Honestly, if you just think back to your grandparents, I don't know who.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it changed. You're like the worst person in the group, the guy who wants to smoke.
So why
Yeah.
did you look at Cyrus when he said, look at your grandparents or something like that?
Yeah, because somewhere between his parents and his grandparents is the lost generation. That's what he's trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember cigarette ads used to be also so classy. Now you can't advertise it at all.
One second, Shavik has come up with a good, better joke than
What?
yours, if you don't mind.
What
He's
did he
saying
say?
last seat, international flight tha ya school trip.
The cool kids hanging out.
Did you smoke in school, Sagar?
No.
Did you drink? Why are you hesitating? But
I'm serious, I did not.
what were you, a molester? Because there's something you're not telling us.
ऐसा होता है क्या? मतलब because I don't smoke and drink, I'm
So
a
everyone's
molester.
got a vice. Gambling.
Yes, but kids in Chennai are very well behaved.
Huh.
So none of
So
that
there's no
happened.
crime in Chennai.
I mean,
There's
Not
yes.
by me. Not by me.
Only by
Being
adults.
very clear.
Only by adult foreigners who come outside from other states.
Yeah.
Hi, Parish, what's up? Huh. Okay.
But the topper in my class used to be a Tamilian. His name was Rudra Iyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Exactly.
And you know what? Rudra Iyer now, he also became a teacher and then he quit teaching to become an actor. He's in London now.
See,
Is he
he went and BU'd
Yeah.
him.
Is he doing well?
I mean, he's struggling. I mean, he's what? He's a working actor.
So Ramanathan finally says, hey, he's from Chennai. Yeah, wow, must. Yes, I am from Chennai.
Must.
Ramanathan is very happy that,
Very must
that
don't
he's got a Chennai connection. Wow, must.
Is it a big song in Chennai? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's go to the AMAs. The first one comes from Nick Jonas. I don't know.
Big
Nick
fan, big
asks,
fan.
how do you incentivize millennials to read more books?
Tough one, really tough one. Because even when I was studying with my daughter,
Mm.
everything we're googling, looking at everything in short form. I mean, I don't really use the text. There are texts available, but no one's actually going to text anymore. That's
No,
for studies.
I have an answer to this.
Hmm.
Ask Sunny Leone to glamorize it. I'm serious.
Oh.
No, but I'll tell you this. I'm very happy that we're
Sunny
doing...
Leone's written word is going to now change the world. Is that what you're saying? Oh, is that what he's saying? The way she writes the and.
But if she
I'm saying
promoted this book,
glamorize it.
it wouldn't be BU now.
Glamorize
It would be-
reading
Are
a
you
book, not
saying
writing.
that in the middle of the book there should be an item number? Malaika pops up and it's Chennai Express. or
What if
something like
that works?
I don't
No,
know
but-
how it's possible.
I'm serious about this.
I think except that reading is dying. We can't save it.
Actually, that's a good.
But we will sell the book. We will sell the book.
No, it is dying, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my publisher told me before I came here. Like, please tell Cyrus to do more of this so that people can read more. Because when you say, you know what, read a book,
They can read
people
this,
will
and I'm
follow it.
not saying because of the fact that you've written the book and you're here as a
Yeah.
guest. They can read this book because this book is about self-help.
exactly.
Okay, but I'm talking about typical fiction, long form. It's just people. I don't know.
No,
You have
fiction-
the patience.
Fiction, anyways, was not very high when it comes to
Yeah.
Indian readership.
Yeah.
India doesn't sell a lot of novels.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Have you been for any rally?
that's a manifesto. That's not
Oh,
a
sorry.
novel.
No, that's just media.
वो pros में भी आता है ना. If you can't hear properly in the background, they give you a printed word later.
And right now, if you want to sell a lot of books as a fiction writer, you have to write like mythology inspired stuff.
Wow.
Like Amin Shah.
You're
No,
taking-
I'm
taking a
serious.
shot, bro.
You take the bestseller fiction list.
Yeah.
It's all mostly
So
mythology
those
stuff.
three authors are doing well because of the historical references and all. That's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm wondering how people, because they're complicated books.
Wait, your books are bestsellers, right?
Well, one book sold over 10,000 or 20,000, and the other
Okay.
three sold nothing. So yeah.
Someone told me that you need to sell 25,000 copies in
So
India
I got money
to,
for
to,
that first book.
to qualify as a bestseller.
No, I think 20.
So how many have we sold today?
20,000.
2. Okay.
20,000. But I'll tell you what we'll do at IVM. We have enough employees. We'll buy at least 100 between us. Yeah. Guys,
Don't
this
give
is
him
my
hope.
promise.
How many employees here?
Uh,
15, you said.
No, 100. We have 100 employees.
75 left, Cyrus.
25
left. Out of which 3 are in
No,
this
one second.
room.
There's a Bangalore office, Baba.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah. What about the guys who work in
I'll go there and do a podcast.
What about the guys who work? Bro, there are guys who work in Amit's house also. You know, we've got people everywhere. Silvery,
Okay.
Silvery
Moving
owns, has 7 cars. Who drives them? IVM
So,
guys.
so you're talking about your people who work for you also. Uska bhi gin liya kya?
My people are just borrowed relatives. It's a different story altogether. Our enterprise is different. But no,
The-
we'll do what we can to make sure it becomes 20,000.
Next question.
People
comes
buy the
from
book.
Samir Kolpekwar. How much does privilege and the background matter in changing careers or doing your own thing? That's a good
Oh,
question.
that's a loaded question. Huh? It's easy for you to change careers because you're coming from business family. Sorry, but he's got a point there. Oh, for someone who's really struggling, who will have the guts, maybe in their 30s, to suddenly say, I'll be a writer, author, actor.
See, I get this question a lot, and I do agree it's a fair question, but I'm saying that what makes us think that money is everything? It's because that's something that we feel, right?
That's your answer.
No, I genuinely
The poor
feel.
guy who's like, really? मेरे को एक मौका देना, मैं बताएगा फिर.
No, I'm saying that we have the perception that we need to make such amount of money to be able to survive, which is basically a myth.
Also, no, the fact
I came here for free, so
the fact that you'll still get to eat, right? If you switch careers in your 30s, you'll still be able to manage because you've got that little shelter. Some people don't have the shelter.
No, I
That's
do-
why they don't switch.
See, there are priorities. I'm saying no. I'm not saying you don't have any money. You do whatever you want. I'm saying at least you can start looking at other opportunities. Once you said,
I've got a plan
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
and the plan is very simple. You go back to dentistry.
Arre, it's too late now. After 8 years, I think the admission gets cancelled. So I'll have to start from year 1 again.
No, and look at it this way: you can pronounce it badly. Na? Say, can I see your tit?
Okay.
In
But on a
Gujarati we
serious,
say tit, na?
on a
Huh?
serious
Binoy
note,
says, "Hey,
can I-
Sagar ordered the book. Thanks, Binoy."
Wow,
Oh, nice.
that's
So
3 already.
He paid 179 and then he ordered the book.
Okay, so Kaina
Sagar sold 3.
Shweta, look at Shweta starting a fight between two friends. Kaina sold only 1 on Cyrus. Sagar sold 3 already.
Dude, but
and we have
Kaina's-
5 minutes to go.
Kaina has pictures with Abhishek Bachchan and Ajay
That's
Devgan
huge.
promoting her book and also. Yeah.
Both
You
big
got
readers.
Cyrus.
Both are big readers. Yeah. Okay.
No, but Puneet Panya.
I'm the sasta Kennas here.
But Kaina's being a female and she was very nice and very funny
Let's
and
not
everything.
go there, Cyrus.
Yeah.
What are you getting
Actually,
at?
yeah,
No,
her-
what are you getting at?
Her story
It's a
was
visual appeal of the
yeah,
female is always
hers-
better than the male.
her
I'm sorry
story
to
was
say.
also like really
Interesting.
what's that?
far more captivating now that you mention
Salacious story of an
nice.
aerospace
No, I
who
remember
gets an
Abbas
affair.
said racy the word 3 times, no?
Yeah.
Racy, yeah, that's true. But
I
can
saw that episode.
I'm trying to answer the question of
Yes,
Shavik.
please, please.
So I had this conversation with Puneet Panya. Puneet also switched careers, became full-time
yeah,
stand-up comic.
MBA proper.
So what he told me was at that time he was also not making a lot of money,
Yeah.
but he had saved enough, and he did a calculation where everything, like if he's taking a cab, he'll go down to taking a train.
Yeah.
If he's taking a bus, he'll take a rickshaw. Or
He
the other
became
way
a
around.
communist comedian.
So
Yeah.
he came to this figure of 20,000. Like that's what I need to sustain myself every
But
month.
he has to look after his parents all now, no?
So that's the thing. And his mother was, I think, ill
Working.
ill
Okay.
at that time. And he said that there might be a point where he might have to spend a lot on
Yeah.
the medical
Mm.
bills. But then he said that's the risk I was willing to
Yeah,
take.
exactly.
So,
So
yeah.
I'm saying that when you really want to do something, you have to take that risk. You can't always expect everything to happen. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's how you move. I
Hmm.
mean, after deciding कि नहीं अभी करना ही है करके.
That's one way of looking at it. Have the warrior spirit and just go for it. No, that's
So
fine.
that's why I said now. No,
Yeah,
be you now. It's not be you after later. कभी भी.
Correct. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
But also the Atul Khatri in his 60s.
Yeah,
But Atul
yeah.
Khatri
He was over 60 when he
yes.
started comedy.
No, Baba. He was 44.
Not-
He's not 60 now also.
मेरे को क्या बताता है मैं?
He was 40. So
You told me Atul uncle 60 पे चला गया comedy के journey पे self discovery be you now. Huh? He left the corporate.
Atul is very funny. He made that switch, but Atul has a bungalow in Juhu and he was a CEO
so
of the company
correct.
that he was
So,
running.
so he had the money in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's another point. Let's hear how many people have actually made this with nothing going. Even Puneet had something going for him.
Yeah.
Who's got like zero? You have to see that.
There must be people, man, who...
Kejriwal. He gave up engineering to start up. Now that's respect. Yeah.
I don't think he gave up engineering. He has his degree.
He's
दिखाया था उसने.
He's still being employed. I work only Sunday, running Delhi.
Okay, the next one comes from Shavik Bakchi.
Hmm.
It's building election season now. Have you ever had dinner time conversation that the secretary or committee members paise khate hain?
Oh, always. We are a small society, so not so much about corruption, but about right now the big problem is that 7 elite members of this small society all say the watchman falls asleep at 2 a.m. in the morning and doesn't open the gate. And me and my left-leaning wife are the only ones that saying, can you leave them alone? It's a thankless job, for God's sake. Are you serious? They just go on about this. Oh, our security. This is rubbish. You know, how elite can we be? You talk about elitism. This is the worst part.
Yeah,
You really
that's
pick.
the worst sort of Indian male that I hate, the building secretary.
Really? You want to be
He
all right?
has the keys to the terrace. He thinks he's the prime minister. I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
Ye mat karo, mat
I
karo.
tried to attend one building meeting. One,
Mm.
you know, my dad was sick, and the call time was 7 o'clock in the evening.
Mhm.
At 6:59, me and my mom sat down. There was nobody there. At 7:04, I went up and he said, "I'm never coming back
Yeah,
again."
exactly.
No, this
If
is
you can't
rubbish.
restrict my time, why would
Yeah,
I
don't
be
wait.
here?
If you don't have a sense of time, then I'm not attending meetings.
Exactly.
That's why I've given it up completely forever.
Okay.
They just don't have punctuality.
So
in
KS has a very interesting comment. At the age
Mm.
of 28,
Bolo?
At the age of 28, Kumar Sanu decided to switch from music to my father's business. To his father's business?
He's saying, I, Kumar Shanu, decided to switch from music to my father's business.
Have you seen anyone make a move as radical? Never. Oh my God, Kumar Sanu. what a path breaker. Okay, Shavik, I think, has an interesting question. Cyrus, if you were the casting director of 83, who would you cast as Syed Kirmani, Abbas or Sagar?
But now,
Sagar seems to
now
be the
Syed
more
Kirmani is
athletic.
putting on weight, but his lower body is actually normally a big glutes when you're a wicketkeeper. Syed Kirmani
Why were you
didn't.
checking out his glute?
No, but he didn't. He was one of the rare wicketkeepers with a paradox. You see, always the lower body because of squatting so
Yeah.
much is
Ah,
really big
yeah.
hams and glutes.
Right.
But he wasn't that like that. So you
Ah.
guys are too big for the role.
Even
So-
Sagar.
Yeah, Sagar, sorry. Sagar, can I take your pants off and can I just have a
No,
look?
but the guy who was cast,
Yeah.
he was on our show, now. What's his name?
He's going to come back on our show. Ishan.
No, Sahil Khattar.
Sahil
Sahil
correct.
Khattar was on our
He's
show.
coming back on our show.
The poor
You
guy.
better make sure he's back on our show. He's promoting a show.
Okay, I think he's going to be on. Okay.
No, but
I'll
Sahil
tell him.
actually, his body type was closer to Sahil.
Yeah, and
Kirmani.
the poor guy came in 2019 and told us that the movie is coming in 2 months, and
Yeah,
then the
yeah.
pandemic hit and it
Yeah,
came
yeah,
out
yeah.
like
83
20.
became 84. It's another story altogether. Yeah, true.
Okay, let's do one last question.
Hmm.
This one comes from Sharda Datar.
You think Sachi, giving the fake name, don't rhyme it or anything, guys. You think she would like Sagar also because that's her type?
No.
Women
Actually,
have type.
He's from Chennai, so I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, you don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know. And he's quite funny. So I mean,
Yeah.
sorry to burst your bubble, but he's
See,
like
this is what I wanted.
Oh.
Ho gaya mera. Cyrus says I'm quite
You
funny.
leave with Abbas's girlfriend and a contract with
No,
IBM.
that's not what I want. This is what I want.
you dragged yourself down.
Sharda is asking, Cyrus, will you let me come on the show if I come from Navi Mumbai, technically out of town?
No, of course, Shada. Don't make it sound like some regionalist. You can come from anywhere. My problem with the politicians are they build all these places to do things and don't use it. Exactly what we said about building a small satellite city outside. It just becomes a ghost town. You please come, and for a fee, you will be given everything, the comforts of home.
Have you ever been to Navi Mumbai, Cyrus?
I have done a marathon there,
Oh,
as the whatever anchor, which means I had to get up early and
You
stand.
went there for work, basically.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
okay.
couldn't find it.
How long will it take for you to go there?
I don't know, but I kept telling the driver, Junna Mumbai hai ya nahi?
It's actually, no, I mean, if you take the train, it's not that far. Doesn't take you very long.
That's Puneet. He's on next.
But yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have to stop the show. Are we done?
Yes, we are done.
This is
That's all
omelette
the
time
questions
now.
we have.
All right, last words again. Sagar Makwana is the boy's name. He's come all the way from Chennai.
Yeah.
Made this beautiful poster for all of us. Not all of us, just for me. which only my mother will. My wife will break it into pieces. Okay, she hates. She thinks I'm anyway a bit of a narcissist. I don't know why. Because I
Oh
walk
wow,
around-
there's a centerfold Sunny Leon page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get, for me, I got page 61 is Sunny Deol.
No, that's 69. If you
Oh,
know what I mean.
Everyone knows what you mean, Abbas.
Yeah. I mean, tell me that one guy who thinks it's a mathematical thing. 70 say one.
69.
Come. Yeah.
70 minus 1, 68 plus 1.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Summer of 69.
Great news for everybody. Yes, it is the end of the show. People are clapping and cheering because now it's over. The pain, the angst, the suffering, the strife. But remember, it's very simple. Like and subscribe. Everybody says the same thing. We have to repeat it as well because there's a whole... we have to follow this process. It's not in my hands, honestly. I don't want to do this sometimes, but we have to follow it. So please like and subscribe. And yeah, you can leave your comments. And please spell correctly because it's very irritating when you spell color with a K, for God's sake. Or Coca-Cola with a P. I mean, oh, that's Pepsi. Sorry.